So alongside Paul Bettany, obviously Paul Bettany returning as Vision, he will be playing White Vision. And White Vision, I think he said, White Vision doesn't have any memories, but he can still feel emotions. Um, we know that we're gonna find so from what was talked about or whatever, he's gonna basically have his own version of Westview, but it's gonna be inside of his own brain, and so it's gonna be it's gonna be a Tron situation, where it's gonna be
Hell yeah,
it's gonna
Marvel
be like an
stuff.
AI grid situation, but it's gonna be his own neighborhood. So have you ever seen the comic book cover of Vision outside of a house in a sweater with a whole family and stuff like that?
I think I've seen that. Yeah, I think I've seen
I
that.
think that's the route they're going, where he's going to be kind of doing his own Westview, and he's going to have his own family, but it's not going to be like Billy and Tommy. It's going to be you know, robots and stuff like that. But I know that James Spader is coming back to play Ultron, so
Yes.
that's that's the biggest
Yes.
news. But I believe he's going to be playing a real life version of Ultron, like a human version of Ultron, as well as I believe Jarvis and Friday. Basically, all the AIs that we've seen in the Marvel universe are going to be in this show, but they're going to be playing real versions of themselves within Vision's mind or something like that. So very interesting. I'm very intrigued to see
So AI
where this all
Westview.
goes. Yes, yes, basically,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I can fuck
So
with that. I can fuck with
very
that.
intrigued to see where this goes. They did say that this is the finale in the trilogy between WandaVision, Agatha, and now Vision Quest. So that intrigues me because now I want to see where, you know, if they're very adamantly saying this is the finale of the trilogy of the Wanda TV saga, then I feel like some shit really needs to go down with Agatha and Wanda and Billy and Tommy to kind of wrap this up. Uh, so yeah, I'm very interested. There's not a lot of details in general, so I don't know where the story is going to go. Last time we saw Billy was with Agatha as they were off to go find Tommy. So hopefully they come into this show and this is where he ends up finding Tommy. We do know that Tommy has been cast, so I'm assuming it is in this show that Tommy is going to be coming in. So yeah, I'm intrigued. Kind of similar to Wonder Man, where we do know about this character, but I'm very intrigued, and I will say I'm definitely more excited for this show than Wonder Man, just because we do know this character, and it just seems kind of like a more exciting premise, I guess. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I don't.
definitely like the concept of it a lot. I'm
I'm not
excited.
sure if there's more details that I'm missing, but that's kind of the premise of it. So
I fuck with it. It sounds cool.
yeah. All right, I want to talk about good old Andrade for a second here, because I'm sure you've seen what's been going on the past couple of days here.
I think I just saw this on Twitter yesterday. Yeah.
So Andrade obviously left WWE and has returned to AEW. He showed up on Dynamite a few weeks ago, I believe, attacked Kenny Omega, my glorious King Kenny Omega, and immediately aligned himself as the newest member of the Don Callis family. Um, but then he kind of disappeared, and they did a whole Don Callis toast kind of vignette with all of the Don Callis family except for Andrade and Takeshita. But Takeshita sent in a video message because he's obviously in Japan and he's now the World Heavyweight IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations to him. But Andrade, there was no video message from Andrade. There was no mention of Andrade at all. So he is just off the grid when it comes to AEW. Literally 1 week, well, a couple weeks, but after 1 week of showing up and making his big return, he has been, exiled from being mentioned or shown on AEW, medias.